Appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy on this new series that I'm putting together in the chair, you know what I'm saying? Here is part 2 to episode 1. It was kind of long, so I split it up in 2 parts. So let's go ahead and get into it.
So have y'all, like prior to COVID, were y'all doing a lot of walk-ins? And then COVID kind of switched that up, or it's been like appointment only for even before COVID?
Nah, we've been appointment only for a good amount of time, man. Like I said, we say walk-ins are accepted, but most of the time it's like they come in and we have to have them. Hey, man, we're booked. Yeah, now it's just literally like appointment only.
Yeah.
Like before, it was like walk-ins accepted, but appointments are gonna get you a haircut.
We say the same thing. So I say appointments are I say appointments preferred, walk-ins are welcome, and then I put appointments have a priority over walk-ins.
Yeah. And COVID, I don't know, man. I mean, we were already appointment only. Well, I don't want to say only, but majority, like 95%, we were doing appointments. And then now it's like as soon as someone walks in, we just try to let them know from the jump, like, hey, man, like we're booked for the day. You know, we have the QR code on the door. Like, scan the QR code and you can book there.
That's good though, because not most, but a lot of shops I've seen, they don't talk to the walk-in. Like they don't even tell them nothing. And I'm like, bro, you gotta tell them something. Like they're gonna sit there for 2 hours, and then you're gonna tell them, oh yeah, we're booked today. We can't get you. I said, they imagine walking into a restaurant, and then you sit there for an hour and a half waiting, and then be like, oh, did you need a dinner? No, we're booked for the evening.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There has been times where we have done that. Like we all assume, like, oh, it's so and so's client, and then we're all looking at you, and then we're like, oh, no, it's not yours. And he's already been there for 30, so it's kind of like, we kind of feel kind of shitty, but at the same time, like, man, like, our bad, you know.
Yep.
And then that's when we're like, oh, well, if you come in at this time, we'll squeeze you in. We try to be a little nicer about it, but
definitely
most of the time, like now, I think we've gotten in a better habit of, as soon as someone walks in and it's not someone that we know is one of our clients, we're like, hey, like, what's up, man? You have an appointment? We're appointments only. And then we even send some of them to other shops, man. Like, oh, where else can I go? And we'll send them to the shop. And the way we see it is like, we can only cut so many heads a day.
Yep.
So like me telling this client, oh, come back to me, next Tuesday, and I got you. Like, nah, man, go down the street. Like,
because they want to look fresh for the weekend or something.
Because we've had a lot of barbers come and go also, and like you said, same thing. They go down the street for whatever reason. It's just cheaper booth brand, or they want to work with one of the barbers. Because one of the barbers who opened up a shop down the street. He used to cut. Whose hair did he used to cut? The blue? From Astros? Was it Correa? Yeah. So
Correa?
So people were like, I want to be around him because he's got Correa, and it's like, bro, like it's literally like once every month, and then he goes to Correa to cut his hair. But anyways, and so they they wanted to do that stuff, but we know a bunch of barbers around the area, and like I always send them to people like, well, where can I go? And I'm like, go down the street right here, take a left, or Google this shop and tell them I sent you. And I mean, I don't feel no type of way towards other barbershops. We did have one issue with a shop that actually opened up literally down the street, like the next light down. They threw a bunch of business cards and flyers right here in front of our door.
Yeah, that's not good business.
Yeah, and they like flyered all the cars right here. And it's like, bro, like you could literally go anywhere and flyer cars, but you decided to come in the barbershop.
Yeah, that's not good business.
So that's the only shop that like I won't send people to because they did that. But like any other shop, like I know the owners to most of the shops around the area, and they're cool. Like I used to cut some of the owners' hair. Like one of my boys opened up a shop down the street, and I used to cut his hair, and he kept trying to get me to go over there. And then he just like, you know what, I can't keep coming here if I have my own shop. So I get it, bro. Like it ain't no hard feelings. Like I ain't mad at you.
Yeah.
But yeah, we always send them to other places we can't get them. Because like I said, like there's no point. Like,
yeah, I totally agree with you. That's what I tell barbers. But would you agree or disagree with this statement? In your younger barber days, it wasn't like that.
No, for sure.
You see, as we get older in the career, we're just like, bro, I can only do so many haircuts.
Yeah.
Like either next week or, my friend Joe down the street will take care of you because we're all booked to. And like you said, it's all love. But in your younger days, you're like, no, fine, I'll get you at 11. Come at 11:30 tonight, I'll get you. Now we're like, man, I'm going home.
Yeah. So speaking about like cutting late and all that, what was the most amount of haircuts you've done in a day?
I couldn't tell you, but I could tell you that in my younger days, like 5 years and under of cutting hair, I would literally be at the shop from 8 in the morning till midnight.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying I was cutting all day long.
Yeah.
I was just, someone said they needed an 8 a.m. appointment. I was there. And then someone else, I need 11 o'clock at night. Okay, I'll be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I had to guess, I'd say like 24 to 28. And taking 30 minutes a cut, 30, 40 minutes a cut, that's a long damn day.
Yeah.
That's a long damn day.
And you still work in the shop now, right? Just not as often?
Yeah, I'm in the shop at minimum 1 day a week. Sometimes 2 days, but for sure at least 1 day a week. Like yesterday I was in the shop. Today's Friday, so I'm over here, promoting and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just fortunate that I took barber money and turned it into different other passive income.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you're big on investing and real estate and all that, which is that's obviously something a lot of people should look into doing if they want to be good for after barbering, because you can't barber forever. You can't cut hair forever.
That's what I try to preach. Like, as much as we love it, when we're 60, 70, physically we're probably not going to be able to.
Yeah. That's funny because we actually had there was a barber down the street. I forgot his name, but he was cutting hair with an oxygen tank, like tubes in his nose, still cutting hair.
And I hope and pray he was cutting because he loved it, not because he financially had to.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't want to be 65 having to cut hair because financially I have to. That's not cool.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a good.
I want to be able to do it because I still love cutting hair.
Yep. Hey, do you line it up under here?
No.
I don't say no.
Can't tell.
Yeah. I have another dude. He used to always line it up. And he goes, hey, it just keeps coming up. I said, bro, just let it grow. Let all that grow.
I used to.
Yeah, I think because growing it out, it just looks nicer. But once it gets a certain length, man, just let all that grow.
I was like, I don't understand the purpose of it now.
So how is it being a Wahl, someone who works with Wahl so much, like you do? Because you're sponsored by them, right? Or you're an ambassador, or what is it?
No, so there's difference. We do have people who are sponsored. We have ambassadors. I'm an educator.
Okay.
So there's 20, I believe there's like 24 of us in the U.S.
And how is that? Like, how'd that come about, you working with them?
That's super cool. So what happened was, when I first became a barber, probably within the first, about a year and a half, 2 years, making barber money in the very beginning, that's like unreal money. Cause, you're like, whoa, this is crazy.
You can make this much money?
Yeah, like cutting hair. So I went on vacation with my wife for the first time. We went on a cruise, and during that time frame, I come home and one of my customers, your regulars, when you see them in the chair, you're like, I didn't do this haircut, even though it's grown out.
Yeah.
So I was like, bro, what happened to your hair? He's like, man, I tried cutting my own hair. I was like, why would you do that? I was only gone a week. You could have came and got it cut by one of the other barbers or something. He's like, no, I went on YouTube and followed this one guy, and he showed me how to cut my hair. I was like, well, it didn't come out good. I was like, what is YouTube? He's like, it's videos of people showing you how to cut hair. And I was like, show me the video.
Yeah.
So he showed me the video, and it was like a teenager in his garage showing people how to cut hair.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know who it was, right? But I mean, big props to him. Anyways, I told my client, I was like, well, this guy doesn't even know what he's doing. That's why your haircut looks like that. And I was like, people really go on YouTube and do this? He's like, I did. And I was like, well, if they're going to go, let's try to teach them at least a better technique or the way that I know. So I did that, started making YouTube videos, and it was super dope. Like, people started hitting me up. But my first videos, they're still up. I never took them down.
Yeah.
Were never educational. I just was me cutting hair, talking to my customer.
Oh, nice.
And then people started asking, hey, how do you do this? Or what guard are you using? Or what clipper are you using? So that happened. And then I was like, man, this is really dope. So I started doing that, and then got invited to Austin, Texas to go teach a barber class, all because of YouTube.
Nice.
So I was like, okay, and they said, well, we'll pay you gas money and your hotel and give you food money. And I'm like, oh, this is dope. This is like a little free vacation.
Yeah.
So we went, did great. And then around that time, I was like, well, if I'm going to be teaching, I think I should go back to school to get my instructor's license when they existed.
Yeah.
So I went back to barber school, got my instructor's license. And during that time frame is when I saw one of our current educators. Her name's Christy. She's out of Florida. I saw her with a picture on her Facebook page, and the background was the big old Wahl backdrop. And I was like, hey, how do I get a picture like that? And she was like, oh, at Orlando Premiere. And I was like, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's one of the biggest hair shows in the country. And I'm like, oh. I said, that's dope. I want to go over there just to take a picture. And she's like, she told me she was an educator, and she's like, hey, I saw your YouTube videos. You're pretty good. She's like, would you consider, like, do you want to work for Wahl? And I was like, that'd be dope. Like, I never even
thought about it.
I never knew that it was a job that existed.
Yeah, yeah.
So she sent me the application.
So this is like before like social media was really big too,
Yes.
like in the barbering game,
Yes.
obviously, yeah.
Yeah, so she sent me an application. I filled it out, I sent it in. Well, I'm a man of faith, and I truly believe the man upstairs was preparing me, because one of the process, after you fill out your application, at the time, now it's a different process to get on with Wahl, but at the time, the next thing was send us a video of you cutting hair and explaining what you're doing.
Okay.
The average person who's just a regular barber, let's be real, most people are camera shy.
Yeah.
Most people don't know how to explain and talk about what they're doing. Without sounding boastful, I'm speaking like saying this as humbly as possible. Because of that, I did a 4-city tour in China.
Nice.
I went to India to teach classes. Mexico City, Chihuahua, Puerto Rico, from LA to New York, and almost every major city in between.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, it's crazy how that works though, but it worked out, you know, in the best way it could for you, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
That's good though, man. Yeah, I know that's a question a lot of people have. I'm sure I always ask you, you know.
Everyone
always wants, and I'm sure the process has changed now due to, you know, social media being so big and everything now. So I'm sure the process is slightly different, but that's crazy how it all worked out for you in the beginning. So what was your first clipper you ever picked up to use? Was it a Wahl? Was it actually a Wahl?
It was from Walmart. It was the home one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one with the color-coded guards, the little case. And
now them color-coded guards everybody wants now.
Yeah.
Do you already have the gold magic clips? You have them, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how you like them?
Oh, they're fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're actually more powerful. The motor's more powerful than our regular magic clips.
Yeah, that's what I heard. One of my other YouTube buddies that I talk to a lot, I don't know if you know him or not, Reggie, Cuts by Reggie, he does a lot of reviews and stuff also, kind of like how I do. And he picked them up. Well, see, I was at CT. I didn't get to get them at CT. By the time I got to the...
They were sold out?
Yeah, they were gone. But he had someone who got them for him there. So he did a review and he was telling me, they feel a lot stronger than the original. And just when he turned them on next to each other, you can tell this one had a lot more power opposed to the older ones. Because I had the old magic clips, the maroon ones.
The maroon ones?
And those were actually my first cordless clippers. But then, you know, I just wanted something more powerful. And I think from there I went to like the Wahl Seniors.
Okay.
Literally now I just buy everyone that comes out and I use them all now.
Yep. We should have them at my Expo.
Okay, nice. So Wahl's gonna be there at the Expo?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I know y'all got a bunch of educators.
Bro, we got a crap load of educators. There's actually another one that's not even on the flyer. 2 of them that aren't even on the flyer.
Yes, so how many educators do y'all normally bring out? Like for the classes? Cause I know sometimes y'all be having some people there who aren't actually giving classes, but they're there with like a certain brand or whatever.
Yeah,
so how many do y'all actually have
prior
for the
to
classes?
COVID, we had 4 educators. This will be the second Expo after COVID. And now, last year we had 10. This year we'll have 14. Now the cool thing is all the educators will also be judges as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, did I tell you to put Steve on or something?
Is that how you always do it, or sometimes you do it differently?
No, we used to bring in different judges, but I just feel the educators bring more value as a judge.
Gotcha.
Edward said you're gonna be helping them out at the booth?
Yeah.
That's legit.
Yeah, I work with Edward a lot, man. Like he actually invited me to one of the seminars that they had at the store. He just reached out to me. He was like, "Hey man, what are you doing? You know, next weekend or whatever?" He goes, "Well, we're having a class." I forgot who it was. I think it was 245. I think it was when Sean Cuts Hair and Yo Fonz and Dre and Beam went. And he was like, "Hey, if you want to come, man, just feel free. Like I got you." He goes, "Just come out." So we ended up going out there, me and my son. And since I use a lot of clippers, I sat. He's like, "Sit wherever." Well, I sat behind like where they always have the clippers, and a couple people recognized me there, so they asked me all these clipper questions. And next thing you know, I'm like making sales for them basically. So every time they have seminars now, he goes, "Hey, if you want to come out, man, it's free. So I always go out and I just sit right there behind the clippers and people ask questions and I answer a bunch of them
Nice.
for them. And I don't know like all the specs on certain things, but I try to compare it to, I don't have all the numbers, but
Yeah.
I'll tell you like it feels like it's as strong as this or it's stronger than this or it feels more like this, and I think that gives a good intake also.
Yeah, definitely. That's a barber terminology there.
Yeah.
Like I can tell you the motor speed and how many RPMs it has, but the average barber doesn't understand that.
Yeah, and that's one thing like I did like when I was doing my YouTube. Well, I still do it, but when I do my YouTube, I try to tell people how it feels without actually giving them numbers, because sometimes numbers really don't mean nothing. Like to some people, especially like if you're like a newer barber, you're not sure what the hell that means. Is that good? Is that fast? Is that strong?
Yeah, Edward's doing great stuff out there.
Yeah, I know he's got. They got those two big booths in the front of the stage, by the stage, huh? Yeah, I think. What was it? Level 3 actually partnered with them to get those two spots.
Correct.
Yeah, because I was just there at the level 3. They had a level 3
with
seminar right
Jay
there.
and
Yeah,
A-Rod.
yeah, that was cool. Jay always gives good. He has a different perspective of how to do business, but it's really good, man. I really enjoyed it. Did y'all already get all the booths sold? Y'all still got a few
I think
left?
I got about six or seven left.
Yeah, I didn't get to make it out to last year's.
Okay.
Because I got in a car wreck like 2 years ago, man, and my back was really been bothered. Last year was like, it was tough on me, man. Like I couldn't sit down. Like my sciatic nerve was getting hit every time I would like sit up or stand down. Or,
That's the worst.
Yeah, so I already knew sitting down in the car for 3.5 hours wasn't gonna do it. Like I wasn't gonna be able to do it, man. So I had already bought my tickets, and I think I sold them to somebody. I don't even remember what I did with them, if I just took the L on them due to that. But I mean, I wasn't worried about it. I really wanted to go. I was kind of upset. I think it came down to the week of, like
You're trying to make it
yeah,
work.
like maybe if I stretch more, but it was just time that needed to fix everything. But yeah, we'll be going out there for sure. I'm gonna help Edward. I think we're going out there Saturday. I think I'm gonna meet him up there Saturday. I'm gonna take the day off and I'm gonna take my wife and the kids with me.
Nice.
Do a couple of stuff with them during the day, and then
Yeah, Saturday night we got the pre-party.
Yeah.
It's a Booksy pre-party. It's completely free. There's no entry
nice.
fee. Yeah, we got taco truck, free tacos, free margaritas, free beer. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Booksy sponsored it, taking care of everything.
Free tequila shot. Go check it out.
You said shots, you gotta pour them up.
Yeah, you should, brother. Appreciate you.
That's tight though. Y'all gonna have free all that? That's
Yep.
crazy. Where's it gonna be at?
They're at the auditorium as well.
Okay.
In one of the other rooms.
Hey, is
You
it,
don't drink.
I don't drink too much anymore. Is there anything you want to say, man? Just about the expo or anything?
TX Barber Expo, July 24th, San Antonio, Texas. Make sure to come out.
All right, man. Appreciate that.
Be there or be square.
Be there or be square.